Oh, welcome back. Okay, so this is what I've been working on for a while. I know I haven't posted any videos to my YouTube account, and I'm actually doing this for a campaign as well. So I'm going to put this on here and let you guys see what I've been up to, really. So, here we have the Coven throne. I'm going to rotate it a little bit so that you guys can get a glimpse of a little bit of everything. See if we can come in here. My camera will focus. So, first thing I want to talk about is some of the colors that I used when I was doing this model. First of all, I did everything in different assemblies. So, the very first thing is this, the actual throne itself was not put together. The bone plates, I did them all separately. I didn't put these two together yet. So, when putting together the actual bone plate and the throne itself, I did the stone separately. I based it black and then just did it astronomic in gray, and I painted the stones miscellaneous colors. I really wish this thing would focus. And then I did some of the roses in there. Oop, got a little close. There we go. Alright. And so then the pillows and everything in the back, that's all done separately. And that's just a smart thing to do in doing this model. But the bones, I painted them all scorched brown first, and then I went back over and dry brushed it very heavily with bleached bone, and then I washed it, and then highlighted it with skull white on some of these rib cages that you can see right there, and the actual skeletal pieces. And then once the flames needed to be taken, I started with catachan green based, and then went from snot green, I believe, and then scorpion green, and then highlighted lastly with white. And that white looks really brilliant against the table, but it's really not that bright. Most of them look like that. Okay, so that was the throne. All the metal's done in bolt gun metal. And then lastly, since these skull heads are really, really close to the flame, I almost like dipped them in black so that they look burned from the flames here. So, then I want to talk about the first vampire here that I got my thumb on. I actually think that she turned out better than a lot of the other ones, but basically I used Bedab stone for the skin color. Everything was primed black. And then I used enchanted blue on her dress here, and then ultramarine blue on this trim, commando khaki here, and then this was all washed in Bedab black. As you can see, it's extremely heavy, but she looks good. Trim. Alright, lady number 2. This dress was pretty fun to paint, but it was hard to get all the rims and everything that you really wanted to. So, commando khaki here. This is all based in scab red, here and here. And then I washed the entire thing in black, Bedab black. These are all scorpion green gemstones, and they've got small specks of white on them. So after that was all done and washed, I went back over it with gore red and highlighted where her knee's at. Here and here. Around the rims. If you follow my finger. And there. And back up here where her arm's at. Yeah. My camera is not doing too fluid. I'm using an iPhone, so don't use the iPhone for really, really small models. And then her hair was bistro brown, and then I highlighted it with snakebite leather, and then bleached bone, and then washed it. I can't remember the wash though. I think it was one of the flesh tone colors. Okay, and then the vampire lord that goes on top, I just used warlock purple, burnished gold, and then highlighted it with shining gold, and then washed it with black. Her hair needs a little bit of work, but I'll get back to that. All the hair was done black. Lady 1 and 3 here, their hairs are done in, I believe, just bleached bone. She's also got a skull on top of her head. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's her headpiece there. It's kind of cool. Anyways, the cauldron. Yeah, I think you guys can mostly basically figure it out. Scab red, and then blood red, then washed it with black. Alright. And then the apron here. I need to bring this thing. Maybe we can. No, that's not going to help. Okay. Maybe if we pick this thing up and put it somewhere else. Perhaps on the counter. Or on this black thing. Oh, nope, too dark. That's better. So you can see the highlights here. Alright. So, scab red, and then highlighted with blood red, and then Devlin mud and these recess edges here. Okay. And then last but not least, I was going to show you how I did the spirit swarm or host that carries this bad boy. That is done with, first things first, I primed it all white. And then I went the entire thing and washed it with Asmarin blue. And then I painted it with hot turquoise. Highlighted it with scorpion green. Washed it again with Asmarin blue. And after that final wash, I went ahead and did the metal, and bolt gun metal. Okay, so all the metal pieces. Went back over it with Asmarin blue. And then highlighted it with white. And then another coat of Asmarin blue. Just smaller recess edges, the ones that I wanted. And then the metal I went back over in Badab black. Now, I've played with this thing a few times, and I have to travel a lot to go play. And boy, is this thing fragile. As you can see right here, there's a missing piece that I've got to glue back on. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But, like, even this lance here has been, each lance been broke. You can see where it had to been mended here. And this one actually broke off of the arm, thank God, so it broke right there. But all in all, this thing's extremely fragile. I actually think that this thing's starting to bend over here. I've got to fix it before too long. So when you guys actually purchase this model, you might have to drop another $50 on a monster or a tank case just to get it going where you need it to go. Oh, and I forgot, as far as basing goes, I just go ahead and use the Citadel Sand, prime it black, and then go over the entire thing in Graveyard Earth. And then flock it with snow. So that's the Coven throne. Your likes and dislikes and some of the colors that I used. I'm going to push this thing back, and I'm going to probably do some of my other Terrorgeist here. Okay? I'll see you guys soon.